Hey guys, I did get you guys requests. I see them. I love the questions under there. I'm going through them, and as the week goes through, I know tomorrow's a holiday, so you guys won't see any new videos from me tomorrow, but maybe on Friday or Saturday. But this one today, I'm going to show you guys exactly how. One of the questions was, how do I find the SEC, and how do I find that the debt's been securitized. So I'm going to take you guys through it, okay? So first you will log on to sec.gov. That's right here that I already put you guys on. You will go to this little box right here, and we're going to do American Express, okay? American Express. So you will type in American Express here. Now you see a whole bunch of them, right? You want to do American Express company. Now if you click on these wrong, it'll take you out to this other screen. This is the screen that it should look like, so I'm going to click what it should look like. If it don't do it to me, because sometimes it does it to me too. All right, good, we're on the right screen. So here we are. You remember I told you guys to find the 8K and the 10K, right? So here is the 8K and here's the 10K. All right, so let's go to the 10K. By the way, guys, if you having a little confusion, because again, this is not legal advice. I can't give you any type of legal advice. I say that, I try to say it in all my videos anyway. This is life advice. This is stuff that I've been through already, okay? So if you don't know how to read it, it says it right here, how to read the 10K. If you don't know how to read the 8K, it says the same way, how to read the 8K. You guys got to do, you gotta know when you're in there, you're talking to people, you need to know how to talk and that, confident in what you're saying. Uh-oh, I did not mean to click that. So let's go back. Let's go back here. So let's take that off as well. Okay. So let's go to the 8K annual report. So sometimes, this is a lot of stuff to read. You would be all day. Now me, I'm a stickler because I actually sat and read it one time. Like I did. I read all the pages. But here's a faster way to get to whatever you want to do. So remember, guys, most of this stuff are in master trust. Your securitization, your monetization is mostly inside. They've transferred it to a master trust. So what I do sometimes is I'll put in the word master at the top, right? You're looking for transfer, right? Assets, transferring the assets. Remember, once they transfer them, there's no more ownership. But you got to prove it though, right? So here, click on that. It's going to be a box here. And it takes you where? It takes you straight to, look, even highlighted it for you and everything. Let's see. Let's take this little box off here. I might be moving too fast. Let's see, take that off. And then let's come down. Asset securitization. Let me hide this so you guys can see. All right, so let's read it. I'm gonna read a little snippet of it. You guys, start chiming in the comments and tell me what you think about it. Just this little first sentence. It says, we periodically securitize card member loans and receivables. Remember, your receivables are your payments arising from our card businesses through the transfer of those assets to securitization trust. Right? Remember, I told you they're taking your payments and they're securitizing them to the trust, right? And then it goes on to say American Express Credit Account Master Trust. That's who they're transferring it to, the lending trust. And American Trust Issuance Trust too. That is the charge trust. And together with the lending trust and trust, with an S, so there's other trusts that they send it to, the trust then issue debt securities collateralized by the transfer assets to third-party investors. Boom. That's what I've been saying. Boom. That's what I've been saying. So they've been transferring your things, your payments to third-party investors, which means they no longer own them. Meaning American Express is just a servicer, not the actual owner of the debts. And yet they're bringing you in court and telling you that you owe, and they're telling you all these things, but really don't have the right. So I wrote down some things that I didn't want my brain get to going, and I didn't want to miss anything, right? So now you see how when they say securitized, that means that they pooled it, they assigned it, they bundled it, they collateralized it, they sold it, right? I've been saying that to you guys in the past couple of videos, right? It says the trusts are considered VIEs. VIEs are variable interest entities, all right? So that's pretty much saying that What it means is that they're transferred. They're securitized. The trust, they no longer own the loans. Okay, that's the third party. They're investors. Okay, that also means that Amex no longer have the right for payment. So that means they don't have the right. The 10K securitized card trust members are available only for payment of the debt and securities, right? So when they say that, because I want you guys to read this whole box. I'm not going to read the whole box. I just kind of wanted to show you where it is and why they don't actually own the debt. Even in this passage here, it also lets you guys know that, the trust assumes all the debt. So if the trust assumes all the debt and something happens with your credit card where, I don't know, they're claiming you didn't pay, or they're claiming some type of debt that you owe them, not only are they just a servicer, but the trust assumes all the debt, which means that Amex no longer has any type of injury. There's no injury because the trust already covered it, pretty much covered it. That's a better way of thinking about it. They covered it, right? That says the debt is non-recourse to Amex, no injury. So if you don't pay, the trust, not Amex, absorbs the loss. Amex cannot chase you personally for it. Amex cannot claim a deficiency. Amex cannot enforce after securitization. So I done gave you 2 reasons as to why, they don't own it and they shouldn't be bothering you. So let's talk about the credit report, right? I think I put it up on here. Let me see. I believe. Let me check it out. See if I did. Here it is right here. So, all right, here's something right here. All right, so if they don't own the debt, here's Experian. And they just told you that they are securitizing it and that they have third-party investors. How is it that they could put this on your credit report? I am confused. Not only are they putting charge off twice, which that should never be, but they're still claiming that they own the account and they're putting it on your credit report. Now that's all type of FCRA violations right there, because again, the trust owns it, so it should be the trust on here. That's who actually owns the debt. And then the trust receives your payment, so there goes the securitization, and then the trust absorbs the losses. So how could it be any type of debt owed on Pretty Experian over here, reporting? Again, I'm not legal advice. I'm just, does it make sense to you? Because it's making sense to me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy here, but it doesn't seem like it is making any sense to me. Now, I'm sure you guys heard of they actually should be deleting this immediately. Once you point this out, American Express should delete it. It's even on their own website. What is there to talk about? What surprised me when I was looking into this today, guys, I just want to point something out real quick. So usually I go down here. I don't want to confuse you guys, but usually I go down here in the tens, little 10 section. Hold on, let me go up. Scroll it. Hold on. Before here. Okay, I usually go into this little section here in the tens. Tens is where all the meat and potatoes at. Those tens, all at the table content, yeah, it's all in meat and potatoes. I found this very peculiar. 4.4. Certain instruments defining the rights of holders of long-term debt securities of the company and its subsidiaries are omitted pursuant to section, and it goes on to tell you the section, right? So they're pretty much telling you, oh no, we securitize, but if you ask us for it, we'll tell you. We'll let you know only if you ask us, okay? The company hereby agrees to furnish copies of the instruments to the SEC upon request. So they're telling you right here in 4.4, they don't even want, they know what they're doing. They don't want to put it out there, but but I knew them before they started to do this. I guess I already had it. I already had it. So one of them anyway, because I'm pretty sure there's plenty. Here's the agreement right here. Here it is. Here's the agreement. American Express receivables. Remember, payments, financing corporation, LLC. They transfer to, here we go, what I said, American Issuance Trust. Oh, and the issuer, the bank, New York Mellon, is indentured trustee. And this is from 2018. I had this one already, but I found that very interesting today when I was reading one here. and it just goes into the intangibles, how everything works. It just goes on and on. But this definitely shows you that they're transferring it, and it goes in. It's 101 pages long. I'm not going to sit here and go through 101 pages, but it can't get no clearer. But because I am who I am and I can do what I can do, not only do I have that information, but then I also have, boom, oh, what is that? Oh no, it's a Bloomberg website. This is copywritten by Bloomberg, so let's not get it twisted. I just have access to it. This is not nothing I made. This is definitely Bloomberg property. This is their thing, okay? It's public. It is public record. It's just that you have to have the access. That's what I was saying. You either going to pay that $25,000 to get the access to something like this, or you're going to be able to find an institution that allows you to get into it, or you finding somebody like me that will help you guys out, because like I said, most of them are in cahoots anyway, and they don't want you guys to know all this information. So there's a CUSIP number right there, right here. I don't know if you guys could see it. Let me if I can zoom it in a little bit more. There we go. There goes the CUSIP information right there. Who is it? American Express. It's on the market, on the global market, the US. It's outside too, but this is one that we are just looking at today. The pricing is right there. Pricing date, when they, when they discover how much they want to sell this stuff for, how much the interest accrual date, the first settlement date that they had. This is all of it. Look at $2 million on your account, and it's pooled, guys. So when you go in there, like when I was showing you a few minutes ago, it's pooled. So again, let's do the master. It's pulled together. You're never gonna get in here and then it's just gonna show you, boom, I don't know, John Doe, account number, da 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 da. It's gonna show you dates, and it'll show you, pretty much, if you sign your contract within that time frame, then that's including you. Okay, pretty much that's how it goes. It's including you. But American Express pretty much tells you exactly what they're doing. They just let you know right up front. They let you know these are the assets. This is what we're doing. So with that being said, there shouldn't be any type of reporting on your credit report when they don't own the debt. Is when the master trust come in and report, then that's different. But I don't know no master trust that's coming in and reporting. All I know is these servicers reporting, and they don't have their ownership or the right to do so. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to you guys that you guys don't owe this stuff. What I'm saying to you guys is that they don't have the right to do it because they're in the wrong seat. So when people come in here and they have the right, I think an attorney had came into me on YouTube somewhere, and it was like, oh, but they have the right. No. They do this all the time. Yes, they do it all the time. It's the course of doing business. But are they telling you? One, are they telling you in your contract? Let's start there. Then two, do they have the right? Are they servicers? Did they sell this off to someone else? Or is this an asset for them? Did they collateralize and pool it, bunched it together and sold it to third-party investors? Or is this actually belonging to them? And it's not. Most of them are not. It's not. But I did want you guys to understand, how did you get to here? Hopefully this video was extremely helpful. If you have questions after this on how to exactly just get here, let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you like this video, if you want me to continue to do these type of videos to explain how things work. And have a good Thanksgiving. Bye, guys.